things get worse for localizers. For its simultaneous release, Mahoyome, the Ancient Magus's Bride, uses AI translations. Translators are furious because AI is replacing their jobs. Why did they do it? To reduce piracy, because fan translators work fast. Unlike many AI hooplas, I don't feel sorry for humans this time. Fire Emblem Engage ruined S-rank romances to the point that some are friend zones, not romance, and they don't make sense because they share rings. Because that's what friends do, right? That's what S-rank support means in Fire Emblem, right? Friendship with a ring? That's one of many Japanese games ruined by bad translations. I feel bad for manga and anime translators who use English properly. They do great work. I don't feel bad for those who mistranslate and change meanings and justify their actions. I dislike AI in many other works, but you guys are worse. This is your fault. Do better. This right here is why people hate localizers.
I've had to take matters to my own hands with some pretty sexist jokes, not even coming from villains or characters already set up as terrible, and I don't regret it.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And you wonder why AI is taking over your jobs now.
A lot of text is written by 50-year-old men, and you get some dust in there. It helps no one to keep it.
Yes, it does. It helps the creator. Have you ever thought of that? Have you ever considered that creators put those jokes in there so other people can read them and laugh? You don't like the jokes? Too bad. Translate them anyway. That's your job. Again, you wonder why AI is replacing you. You thought localizers are bad? Try their defenders.
We steal copyrighted works all the time. Isn't something I brag about, but you do you, I suppose.
We don't care. I'm a pirate and sailor of the seven seas, and I've always told people to join me to avoid wasting money on garbage. You're not a pirate because you're a corporate shill. You don't care if consumers get garbage. Again, our piracy megathread. Why? Because you exist.
Cool beans. Why don't you make your own company then and fill this need?
Thanks for validating fan translators who have done this forever for free. But you'll destroy Japanese media. No, we won't. We're not in a Japanese market. Piracy is still harder than purchasing. And even if we are destroying Japanese media, I don't care. As long as you and many people in Japan wake up and realize why we chose what we do. Pirates are like unions, and unions are like pregnancy. Don't screw with people if you don't want them. Putting all the dumb translators and their defenders aside, let's be honest here. AI translation is not always the solution. It's because it's a partial AI translation. During the translation, there will definitely be a human editor. Otherwise, the machine translation will make no sense. I translate academic papers. Google Translate or DeepL admittedly do 90% of my work. I do the rest. But I'm a human, and humans can get naughty. Even Mahoyome still uses professionals to supervise the translations. What if they make the same mistakes that the past localizers make? Ultimately, AI is a tool that can still be used for good. Grammarly and Quillbot assisted my writing. Chainer and Nessorgan upscale my pictures. I use Bing AI, Perplexity, ChatPDF, and of course, DeepL and Google Translate. But they can also be used for bad, like these monstrosities, or that trash video filter I discussed in my last video. What I'm saying is, I support the industry being AI assisted, not AI generated. The Japanese subs and manga scene are pretty crazy with localizers hoopla, but the dubs are crazier.
Weebs realize the only reason they prefer subs is that it allows them to exercise and fetishize a culture due to historical superiority complexes in cinema that is deeply rooted in racism challenge level impossible.
To put it simply, weebs like subs because it's a Japanese culture fetish. Also because they are racist. This person does not allow replies, so they just drop their hot takes and just leave. As for this stupid take, no. People go for subs because they want to listen to the original language. As another person said. Still, apparently this person is not a weeb. I don't know what your definition of a weeb is, but it's certainly not in alignment with ours. Whew, that's all I want to say about the translation discourse. But that's only worth 5 shorts. Stick around because I got plenty of fun HD shorts for you guys. As always, this video is brought to you by all these wonderful people. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, just $1 through the links down below, and you have contributed so much into this channel. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's get to the next shorts. This thread is pretty funny. It says, the worst anime world to live in. The list goes on to list popular stuff like Naruto, One Piece, and Berserk, which are painfully obvious answers. Psycho-Pass is a decent one at least. My favorite one is the 6th entry, Grave of the Fireflies. That's Why? Grave of the Fireflies is one of my favorite Ghibli movies. Such a harrowing and depressing movie, 5 stars out of 5, highly recommend. But the thing about this movie is that it's based on reality. It's a movie that takes place during World War II. We're talking about fictional worlds, but we're including real ones too? Okay then, I guess it's nice that one of the worst anime worlds includes a certain point of time in reality. This list is much deeper than we thought. At least Grave of the Fireflies' world isn't as terrifying as Godzilla's. When will Japan air -1 in Indonesia? I had to watch that movie through someone else's camera. Please let me see it on a big screen with everyone. I hate Godzilla Minus One distributors. Why is Indonesia not getting this film yet? I only saw this film through the usual 7 Seas channel, with a camera directly recording it, and I will see it again in the theaters because this movie deserves another watch. Godzilla Minus One is considered as the best Godzilla film ever made, even by the hardcore fans. And despite my impaired viewing experience, I agree. This is one of the best Godzilla films. The best of this year, the best of the decade, and possibly the best film of all time. Congrats for the lifetime achievement, you magnificent lizard bastard. Minus One is like a great World War II drama with Godzilla. The vibes are eerily similar to Grave of the Fireflies. Both have intense and devastating emotional punches. I highly recommend this film. This movie is worth watching if it's in theaters or if you can handle in the 7 Seas piss camera quality. 5 stars out of 5, and I wish I could give even more than just that. I love cars, but not cars with features that are way too smart for their own good. For example, this car, which apparently is a Ford electric vehicle. I also own a Ford until my parents took it because it's an automatic car and I don't like automatics, so they gave me the manual Chevy. This vehicle cannot be driven and customer support should be contacted. Okay, but what happens if this vehicle cannot be driven in the middle of the road? Should the freaking tow truck be called? This happened before, by the way. Someone owned a Tesla which stopped in the middle of the highway. The future for vehicles is right here and right now. They're just not as smooth as advertised. Can electric vehicles just have all the traditional features of a car, except that you use electricity instead? I prefer ones with less touchscreen, thank you. This is one of those mildly infuriating posts that gets increasingly infuriating as I watch it. So let's give it a watch. It's a video of someone installing 4 TVs that connect with each other. Keep watching this video because I don't know why anyone would want to install this. 4 separate TVs that connect to one another with those bezels separating them. But that's not what infuriates me. What infuriates me is that the bottom right panel is slightly delayed. Did you see that? Notice how the bottom right panel is more delayed compared to the rest of the panel. Anyone watching anything from this big screen will find that even more infuriating than the bezel splitting the TV. I wonder why anyone would need a setup like this unless they have money to burn, but I'd get a projector instead. At least they are actually seamless. And I also don't understand why you still present this whole thing knowing for a fact that it's broken. Social media engagement? Well, this is intriguing. Overwatch 2 is a game that exists, I guess. Nobody mentions this game on my timeline. There is a piece of Christmas art that originally featured Ashe. When the art is added in the game, she is removed. Why? No one knows. But guessing is fun. A reasonable assumption is that it's a bit cramped. No, she can be there without blocking Genji and BOB in the back. I feel bad that Hammond is also not there. Then I looked it up and this artwork was originally from 2022. So this has been sitting for quite a while. Many people online says it's because Ashe shows some thighs. Is that all? I mean, I know that Tracer's ass got seriously nerfed, or so I thought until I saw someone else's gameplay and she looked fine. What do you think, guys? Why did they remove Ashe here? And why does Overwatch 2 still exist? Oh yeah, it's so people can continue making 18+ content. In that case, carry on. And that's all for the video today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.